No, they've never actually won a game of Inferno in their lives, as HLTV will have you know.
Yeah, I'll
Just
have you know.
so many stomps going against them as well. Those losses were not even close. So maybe today is the day, Dan Chen. Maybe today
Maybe.
Navi have decided, you know what? We're gonna go on that Inferno. We're gonna win it
Yeah.
against the Slovak Iberian Peninsula side here, as the knife round certainly will not be as delayed as we are used to. Right now, they're going straight into it. A shanking competition, looking like it's going to be going the way of the T's, and there you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
Bulls do take it, and thus can start on the CT side. Let's see what the T side of Inferno on Navi Junior will look like.
Yeah, I mean, if there's ever a chance to pick up a map on Inferno, get your first win on on the map for a while, it is probably now when you've got Munzi, Onke, Cynix all just hitting their stride. I mean, Munzi especially. What did he end up on that first map? I mean, it was just godly, honestly.
26-4
26 and
in
4.
how many rounds that, because 26 doesn't sound like a
It's
lot, but remember
18.
it was 16-2. So
Yeah.
in 18 rounds he managed to pick up 26 kills,
Mm.
and the rest of his team, they weren't no slouches either.
Yeah, it's
So
like Orge was 19 and 7, Sonic 16 and 13. Everybody was positive on that side, so
very positive. Yeah, it's just
mm,
ungodly amounts of kills. And meanwhile, the Bulls, they struggled on the first map. But let's see what they can do here. A very fast take of middle has happened, and it seems like now is going to be hiding in the cubby area for a little while while Refax sort of sees how the rest of the situation's looking like. A flash to push him on through, and a kill onto ramp. That's an excellent start for the Bulls.
it's Bunzi going down as well. So that is a huge
Ooh,
kill. Now he's even gonna double himself up onto Pogrolov. So there's two now down for the Navi side. There's still chances to work the way out of this, but maybe not if you're gonna jump into pit like that. Linko will have your number, and it's a very clean round so far for the Bulls.
Navi Jr. feeling the heat straight out of the gate here on Inferno. Maybe that's why, because like Inferno is like fire. Maybe Navi Junior a grass type Pokemon. They could be. The Ukrainian
They
flag,
could, yeah.
yellow and blue mixed together. That's green.
Oh,
I solved it.
yeah. Oh, it must be. And then like the Bulls, what are they then? What
Yeah,
type
I
of
guess
what
it would
type of
be
Pokemon would be the
strength. I
Bulls
think it is
be?
strength. Strength type, a little bit of a cop out because that's usually just goes to animals, but I don't know.
I've not played Pokemon for so long, so I don't know.
I haven't played past Gen 1. Anything past
Oh.
Gen 1 is Zoomer nonsense that I will not be entertaining here.
Never dabbled in a Pokemon Go.
No, never did. Never really had a,
Uh,
you know, for starters, a phone that would allow me to
uh.
install things from the Google Play Store. But either way, we'll be
Chicken
going
just
into
got
this
killed
one
by the
here.
smoke. That's
Oh,
sad.
wow, that's rare. What's also rare is seeing this kind of a performance here, Max. Finding 2 kills right out of the gate here. That's definitely looked a lot more dangerous as the whole sort of Navi Junior side rushing like a bunch of bulls, if you will, toward him. But he does say Olay and then gets the 2 kills up close and
Underlay,
personal.
underlay.
So no, when the bullfighter like baits the bull into
Yeah.
passing him, he goes Olay. Any andales following are just coincidental, but oh my gosh, okay, a frag into the apartments area will be giving them some control here toward A, and no CTs really to receive them, as they do keep sneaking on through apartments, and now finally we'll be in a position to stop them should they decide to go toward the balcony area. A smoke not going to be turning his attention yet. Maybe he should start looking at it and start hunting for kills on the edge of it. There you go. Monezi goes down as the most powerful player out of the game already, as it is going to be a 1v3. Pogorelov on the edge of the smoke, not going to be able to find anything, and that's going to be the second for the Bulls. So a great start from them, definitely something they
Mhm.
wanted here, and Navi continuing their very poor streak on this very map. We'll be seeing if they can recover, though, when they have the money to purchase everything they want, and that should be right now, if I'm not mistaken. There we go.
Because I mean, it's not just that Navi Junior have been struggling on Inferno. It's not like they've had like close games or anything. They've just been beat out every single time. They lost to
Even
a like
losing
a not a mix, but they lost to like a well, yeah, I guess I could call it a mix of sort of um, CIS
Ukrainians.
players, yeah, Ukrainians
Yeah.
and I think some Russians as well in a team called like Gucci Squad. So I mean, that says a lot. But yeah, I think over 4 maps, if my memory's correct, over 4 maps they found 13 rounds in total on Inferno on HLTV. I think that's
That's not
correct.
even enough for a one map win, Dan.
I know. Maybe this is their time though. Maybe they get over that
Perhaps.
hurdle this time.
Perhaps they win more rounds on Inferno than they have in their cumulative HLTV career. But hey, we'll be seeing how this one plays out. Against the Bulls, certainly it's doable. They massacred them on the previous map, and
They did.
here they should be going in with the same sort of gusto. With the knowledge that they are much better than these players, they can certainly bring this one home, but it is still going to be an uphill battle given the history. Linko up close, finds the first, help from far away, not even going to matter as, well, he falls as well. And now a 3v3 situation. Definitely a telegraphed B take here. The CTs can rotate fast enough, but the smoke should be covering. Oh no, that's a Molotov. There we go. The smoke does come in as well. Okay, B bomb site secured, but the bomb very far away. And now they need to make their way toward here. Hold for long enough until the bomb can actually get planted. 18 seconds left though. He's going to have to run with his knife out. And if that smoke fades before he gets here, it might spell disaster. But there you go. A resmoke does come in, and the plant should be going strong soon. But the push through the smoke, they know what's going on. They downed the bomb. 4 seconds left. Can they get the plant? No, they can't. Navi Jr., they get the kills, but not the round. And the meme continues. Holy.
Yeah, I mean, Rafax just runs away when there's like 3 seconds on the clock there. He almost gets sprayed down through the smoke. He was lucky not to get clapped, but yeah, he gets away, the round secured. Sometimes you don't even need to kill anybody to win the round. You know, he's just a pacifist approach, pacifist speedrun.
Exactly. Any percent here, of course, will suffice. As Navi Jr. is going to be on a bit of a lower buy here. Some hero weapons are showing up, but headshots going their way, not so much, right? One of the weapons has been downed, and sure, another kill was secured onto the CTs, but how can they salvage this round? Still no armor on all of the players, and no utility is going to mean they have to go for the straight up gunfights or just rush, but the grenades from the CTs should be able to hold them at bay for long enough for that not to matter. Again, though, the bomb being that far away from the action, usually not a good sign.
Disaster.
At least this time they do pick it up, and going toward the A bomb site doesn't seem like the worst idea in the world. Sure, they don't have a lot going for them, but 2 flashes, rush into the site, wide peek and kill everyone seems like a doable plan. And it looks like that's what they're going to be going for with a player in apps. It should be a straight up short execute here.
Rafax on the AWP had a very slow Mirage. He's hoping to pick up the pace a bit here. Actually gets the first kill stolen away from him. Gets himself a second chance and will connect it. But now he's been ran over by Munzi. A 2-on-2, they'll get the bomb planted. And this was a low econ buy as well from Navi Jr. They just brought in the saved weapons from the previous round. They kept themselves around that 2k mark. And now it's up to Max and Zyred to try and force this issue and get themselves in towards the site. But Munzi, he isn't going to budge. Not at least for the first man. Zyred, he gets the trade, but left in a 1v1. It's Fear, who's over by the pit. The mini pit pretty precise.
Gets him while he was standing all the way in the open there. And that's the first round for Navi Jr. There you go. This is how it starts. And like you said, like with the reduced buy, they pulled it off with as well. Definitely a great start. The Bulls, they're probably going to reconsider their mid pushes from now on. They haven't exactly been working out past the pistol round. Maybe it's best to leave those strats and those sort of spears. Maybe not in this round, however, as they are, of course, buying armor and pistols. Very few grenades. A rush should be in the cards, but for now, no, they're staying back. They're waiting for the T's to show up in their crosshairs once again and saving the utility for when it's needed most.
The Eagles are very deadly. Don't forget that. With a 5-7, a CZ as well in the ranks, there's potential for Bulls to cause a bit of economic damage to Navi Jr. I mean, obviously, they only won the previous round out with just that one player surviving, so they've not really got any economy behind them at all. The most they've got is Pogrolev on $1,300, so yeah, that's not going to be enough for rebuy if they go down here.
Definitely should be looking to keep at least 3 players alive. You know, the majority of the team should be going through. As will this execute onto the B bomb site where 3 players await the Bulls lying and waiting. Still a little bit of utility available, but I can't imagine they'll be able to make too much use of it. They're already out of banana. A kill goes their way, and a second one as well. A refrag should be good here, but still the bomb site not in their hands, and Max can still go huge from the first box area. Does not. In fact, his teammate falls as well. That's going to be the bomb site for the Navi Junior side. 30 seconds left this time. No problem. Can even spare time for a fake, as they just wait for these Bulls players to push on through. And no sense in saving, really. Probably getting a kill and recovering an AK would be the best case scenario here, but I'm not sure if that's really going to transpire. The resmoke kind of seals the deal here.
Towards the back of the site, Pogrolev. He's the last man to be leaving. And Linko has spotted him. Linko actually has taken him down. And Linko is finding a lot of damage. Oh, okay, just Onkir. Not even Onkir surviving. Now, you think he's died to the bomb. He will.
He has.
So everybody does go down, but mad economic damage done towards Navi Jr. there. As those Eagles push in the last seconds. I'm surprised they come so far back, or they keep sort of fighting these pistols when the POM is so far ticked.
Mm-hmm.
It's surprising me that was just an invitation to the Bulls to try and take those weapons away.
And you can know that they don't have a kit, right? But
yeah.
I guess they didn't want to risk it. And when you see a low weapon player coming toward you, like, you do sort of fancy yourself the gunfight, but you don't realize how much damage you're doing to your team by taking it, right? Every single penny here spent for the Navi Junior side, as they won't exactly have the best buy in the world, but not the worst either. You did prophesize that they must survive with many players here if they're going to win. And even though the worst case scenario did transpire, it's still just a Mac 10 and a Galil, so not the end of the day for the Russians and Ukrainians on the Navi Junior side, as they will be executing toward the B site this time with a player waiting in coffins and another one at back site. They will need some grenades to finish this job, and only 2 players here. It seems they're not even seriously considering this take. They're still sort of scouting out if it's a stack or not.
Eventually, Zyred's head gets tapped away. Theory will get one himself from the boiler room. He's actually hunting for a player who might have escaped. And how does it... Impressive to realize that now is actually pushed in that far around the corner towards ult mid. As it's just Rafax who's left alone, and looks like Navi won't drop anybody here, which would be very nice. With 2 kills on the Mac 10 as well. That's $600 a piece. $1,200 coming into his bank account for this round, plus obviously the winning bonus. So yeah, might even get a third as well. 2/3 of Rafax's HP gone in a second there. That nade claps him, and there's a third. Another $600 on top. So that's a nice little bit of extra cash to work with. Helps just boost up the economy after a couple rounds where you've had almost nobody surviving, or in fact have had nobody surviving. And keeping 5 players alive, building up a bit of cash with the Mac 10. That's always good.
Definitely is. 3-3 the score line here, as Rafax will be taking the big green gun into his hands, but Manezi as well. The mid duel not going to be transpiring here, however. No CTs willing to step into the scope of Manezi. As for now, banana control, definitely in the control of the Ts, of course. No CTs there to retake well, they can do the retake setup, right? They got one at the church area and one up close. They definitely could just throw a flash and hope for some nice kills there, but instead they will be just holding back, waiting for the execute to happen, as they do still have just a little bit of grenades on them. Definitely not much though, and apartments in control of the terrorists. Now only top mid remains as that sort of piece of land that you probably should take if you are a terrorist playing Inferno. And there you go.
Ooh.
Two
Ooh.
kills, just easy as they come for Fear. Sure, he falls for the third, but now that player was exposed. A refrag easy peasy from the apartments area, and this bomb is going to get planted on A. Those two players on the bull side, they might as well save. M4's, well, an AK retrieved. Too valuable to give away here in a attempted A retake, which is a fortress at the best of times, right?
Yeah, at the best of times, it is. Yeah, it is. This is not the best of times. I mean, you've got a man disadvantage. You've got no kit. I don't know if there's one on the ground, but yeah, it's still time that's gonna cost you. And yeah, 15 seconds until the bomb detonates. I mean, there's no chance. They're just saving. It's all wrapped up for Navi Junior, and they'll be able to save in the pit as well. No worries about having to get out of the site.
I'm not a fan personally. I think
Nah.
Valve should increase the bomb radiuses to a lot or change the way the bombs work. Because the idea of like a bomb radius doesn't really make much sense. If you're behind
Yeah.
a wall, the blast
Yeah, I
should
was
do less
gonna
damage. But
say.
if you have like direct line of sight to the bomb, it should probably kill you 100% of the time. No, let's be honest.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe they could do something with like walls sort of blocking damage. I don't know, but yeah, I feel like Source Engine maybe just not up to that sort of task. We'll have to wait and see.
Definitely should be. I mean, come on, just give it some love. Source 2, guys, maybe someday. They are actually done with the conversion, by the way. They just don't want to pull the plug because all the community maps are going to be broken for Source 2. That's a big problem for the community if that happens. We'll be seeing what they do with that, however, as we'll also be seeing how Navi will take this top mid control. No CTs around to contest them again. The Bulls playing passively, stacking that A bomb site, waiting for the execute to happen, and even rotating a fourth player in to help out. But with only one on banana, he should get found out. It looks like Navi are not interested in looking for that banana control. They will just be focusing on this A execute. A point lead. Let's hope it doesn't turn into a tied up scoreline here.
Yeah, you really want to be winning these sorts of rounds out, despite the sort of two rifles that are in the CT's hands. You need to try and dispatch them quickly to make sure you're not going to give anything up early. And 25 seconds on the clock, smoke towards library should allow the push forward. Zyred will show his face and gets a lot of damage through the smoke. Linker will get one with the Deagle, but Fear will remove that AK from the library and allow space for them to work with. But there's still a player in the site. Finally, Munzi deals with him, but 8 seconds on the clock. What is now doing? He's not looking the right way. In 4 seconds, he gets the bomb planted. Munzi's got 2 kills with this AWP, and Maxi looks like he wants to go for it. Pogolev might just spot him out here, unless Munzi will take the fight instead, and what a god. 3 quick kills for him, and he has secured Navi Jr. a 5th, destroying limited weaponry from that CT side.
Absolutely no time left on that clock. The only chance he has is to find that player in the corner and hit him with the AWP, and that's exactly what he does. Just an insane performance coming out of the Opper. And even though, as we could see, the entry kills always favoring the Bulls here, Navi Jr. doesn't care about that. They just sort of come back from those difficult situations, and even when the time is, crunching, still get the kills when they need to. And well, speaking of kills they need to get, that's an important one. 2 quick kills on banana, consolidating banana control did the Bulls. And now a 3v4 situation. Not sure how the Bulls can come back in this one, because stacking the B bomb site does leave A wide open.
Yeah, this is a big old gap that Navi could walk through. I mean, good news for Navi Junior though. They've tied up their best ever scoreline on Inferno for
There you
HLTV. That
go.
is.
Personal best incoming, boys.
Yeah.
Looking for those PBs today.
Mm. Still plenty more of the game to go as well. So
Exactly. Like this is looking like a good start for Navi Junior to actually get a map win on Inferno for once.
Yeah, and it looks like as well Linko is going to be in a world of pain in just a moment. Has 4 very, very aggressive Navi players coming his way, and, well, he finds the first onto Fear. He's able to drop down into the mini pit, give himself some more cover, almost gets himself set for a second, but Onkir is going to be able to deal him a deft blow, leaving the 3-on-2. And, well, no kit for the Bulls. Even attempt this one? Do they allow Navi Jr. to get the 6th? Now
I
looks
don't
like he
think
wants to go
they
for it.
should. Like maybe you get close and then if you can't find that one quick kill, you go back and reconsider. And I think that's exactly what happened here, right? If now found one in apartments, then it suddenly becomes doable or at least try worthy. But as it stands, Navi will be saving toward the pit area, and I think now is banking on that.
Hmm.
Gonna be going out late to try and spray them down, but unbeknownst to him, they are moving away, and there you go, moving toward him into apartments as it seems, and Munezi just getting him a little bit too much of a forward position from now. He should have been way further back at that point. That's gonna be the round, Navi.
And do you know what I'm looking forward to as well?
What?
Because we've really got the potential of Navi Junior 2-0 in this, but tomorrow we will be back. We will be back for some more games tomorrow, and there's well, if Navi win this one, then we'll be having Astralis Talent versus Navi Junior. That'll be exciting. Battle of the academy
Yeah,
teams, or
exactly.
youth teams, I guess.
Logos that we're used to with
Mm,
some younger players on the rosters trying to
yeah,
prove who's the best in their region.
yeah, and
Definitely gonna
obviously
be a brawl there.
And obviously, only one of the teams from this 4-team closed qualifier can actually go through to the main LOOT.BET Season 9. So, yeah, all to play for. And Rafa, he's realised that as he takes down Munzi very early in the round. Nice up shot through the smoke, collects the kill. And it doesn't matter even if he can't see him.
A man lead for the Bulls, but can they turn this into a round? We've seen that they get the entries all day and every day, but the rounds not so much. A double point lead for the Navi junior side here, as the smoke has dissipated on long, and well, 2 players waiting to pounce. Well, one of them already clipped the wings, and the second one hiding in cubby. Not so much luck either, as the A defense has cowered away toward shorts, trying to find some kills, but not going to be finding anyone there. The T's, they wrapped around in different angles, and now the apartments seems to be where they're trying to find kills. Maybe Linko does find one more, and any damage they can do to the Navi Junior economy at this point would be quite significant. But I think Refax is just going to be holding back and saving that AWP. It's way too valuable.
Yeah, Linko is in a weird position here, because I think Navi Junior expecting this area to be clear, and go for the knife. Go for the knife. Do it. Ah, okay.
He was moving too fast. He knew the writing was on the wall for that one.
Bad. Oh well. Got a couple kills though from Rafa. Rafax rather. He keeps that up alive, does significant damage to the Navi economy, but luckily for them, they have so much to play with. They can get a rebuy in so easily, it doesn't even matter for them. And good cognizance from Onke there to check that cubby angle. Knows there could be the
Very
bait
good
set up.
presence of mind. Once you get that one kill, it's very easy to just press W and keep going forward, right? But number one rule of Counter-Strike, check your corners.
Yeah. Like Captain Price always used to say. Check those corners.
The reference is lost on me, unfortunately.
Oh man, you telling me you didn't play COD 4?
No.
Oh dear.
I know, it's a classic. Should have. Ooh, Linko. He's been playing some COD. Got 2 headshots there toward top middle, and Refax as well. Finding one in apartments. That's going to be the vast majority of the players on Navi dead right from the get-go. 120 on the clock, and not a single chance in this round. Bulls will be picking up a fourth here unless Menezi can go absolutely huge, which if you want a player in a 1v4 situation, he's the guy, but can he find three more with his position revealed and the bomb sort of too far away from him to even retrieve it? Actually, it's not being watched by the CTs, so that's definitely something he can do here now, but
Hmm.
it does kind of force him into going into balcony and apartments and doing something with the AWP from there. And someone should definitely be watching balcony as like the main sort of.
I think Rafax is with the AWP right now.
Okay,
From
so
at the
short
site.
is where we're going.
Whoa!
Oh, Menezi,
No
what was
way!
that? How? What is the sensitivity on this man? He doesn't get the bomb plant in the end. Rafax gets him as he pushes through the smoke, and no scope as well. That was very nice, but let's see that one again. I hope that's on the replays. Like, again, great start from the Bulls, but check this one out.
That was slow motion. That was slow motion.
He does the initial flick and then corrects faster than I would even like be able to do a 180 flick probably. That was just insane. Holy. Navi minus simple plus Menezi. Let's go.
Hold your horses.
Bit overzealous on that one, but you know.
Nice opening from Rafax though. The Bulls are yeah, they're still finding these openings, and now that they're starting to make good on them once again. And obviously, there's still a few rounds down compared to the Navi Junior side, but certainly looking a little more generous for them.
Again, the opening kill going the way of the Bulls. I mean, just the amount that they've gotten so far. I wouldn't be surprised if it was basically every round so far. In the bye rounds, at least. We'll be seeing how they can do this B execute, however, the Navi side. They are all grouped up here, the last four of them. But still so much utility on the CT side. Oh, but they lose a player. That's devastating. Another one goes the way of Navi. That's going to be the B bomb site wide open. The plan should be coming through in a 3v2 retake. Yes, they do have a player toward Banana, but Fear should be taking care of that position shortly as deep church control is being held.
They could still win this Navi Junior. Like, Fear gets this kill. Yes, he
Definitely.
does. And, oh, that was quick from Onkare as well. Not one to be outdone by Munzi's shot previously. It's now all up towards Max, who's going to get nailed. And that is Navi Junior with a very, very slick hit. And post-plant as well towards that B site. Despite, again, Bulls getting those opening kills.
Yeah, again, and even like the second one, but then losing two players in quick succession like that, it just leaves them open for like the easiest after plant position in the world, right? You take care of that one player on Banana, and then the deep construction angle just comes through, and these odds tell the story, man. The Bulls are not favored in this matchup whatsoever.
Not at all.
If you want to, take advantage of those bets, Loot.BET is the place to do it. Head on over to the links just below the stream.
Yeah, I just realised something. Yeah, we
What?
keep comparing Munzi to Simple. They have the same number of letters in the name.
And the
They
zero instead of a one,
they
yeah.
both have a number in the second. Yeah, it's uncanny.
Yep. But Simple, of course, always the number one, as his
Yeah.
letter in the name would suggest. Well, number rather.
Max is pushing it to the max though. Getting this frag. He's in a bit awkward position though. And yeah, he's
That's
dead. Yeah, there's
just
just no
max
way there.
done. Well done, if you will.
Yeah. Maximum
Because he
crisp.
burns. Exactly.
Oh
Well,
dear.
this Banana should be getting quite crispy, though, as an unexpected kill over the sandbags. Would have loved to see that from the first perspective, but either way, it works. Rafax, the last one alive, does find one in apartments, but this T's now know where he's coming from, most likely from Banana, right, as they will be planting all the way in the open. Late after plant position potential from Menezi to just head through the CT smoke, and There you go. That smoke on Banana is just going to be signaling to Refax that this is not the time to go for it. Navi will get to 9. We've never seen them have this high of a score on Inferno, and this
Unprecedented
half is not
heights.
even over. Exactly. This half is not even over, Dan.
I mean, if ever there's a time to pick up a victory on Inferno, now would be the chance, and it'd be a very nice little 2-0 for them. Just a quick, clean 2-0 to put them in that upper bracket final against Astralis Talent. And again, it's Rafa with these openings that just immediately get traded back, and then Nave Jr. just finding all the frags they need. Once he's seen the smoke coming from that corner, knows there's a player there, just keeps his eye in and nails the shot. So for Bulls, it's now that ult for Rafa that's been finding quite a lot of impact. He's got a 2.0 KD, has been saving quite a lot, but has also been finding a lot of openings for his team. So it's not that he's not in fights right now. But it's pistols around him and needs to find the shots, and that is spectacular. The flashbang over completely blinds up Munzi, and that is free for the taking.
Man, oh man. Was Void doing that in the previous matchup that we saw?
No,
He was
nah,
just dry peeking, right? Why not
yeah.
combine it with this flash? It's such a good one. If you're going to be doing the same play every single round, might as well, get some utility in there, jazz it up a bit. But yeah, well done here as the opening frags yet again. I'm a broken record at this point. In the hands of the Bulls, but can they get it over the line? Okay, the third kill should seal it at this point, right? I mean, come on. Menezzi is not even alive anymore. This should be the 5th round for the Bulls. On this very questionable buy here, definitely something they wanted to happen. But
Oh.
I got ahead of myself yet again. 2 kills do go the way of Navi, and the bomb on the back of Pogorelov is going to be heading toward the B bomb site, and it's completely clear. That CT area not going to get contested at all, though there is a player behind the smoke.
1
Losing
HP.
a lot of his HP, yeah. 7 HP on max.
One only for Sinks,
Oh,
Cynix, but...
that's all he needs.
Yes, a couple of bullets just whizzing past him in the smoke there. A little bit more to the left and he would have been dead, but... It's Pogorelev, who's tucked in towards Dark, who should be doing most of the heavy lifting here. His teammates found one, and now he's just has to line them up! They set that one up perfectly for him. And once again, it was a, what was it, 3-man advantage?
Yes, it was a 3-man advantage, a 2v5. Sure, the buy wasn't the best, but come on, if you find all these entries, that's most of the work already done. And the B bomb site was just given up for basically free there. The after plans were insane, and yeah, well, even that kill over the smoke didn't help matters. I don't know why that player went back that far, not knowing that he was exposed to a potential peak, right? As long as Menezzi is alive. Oh no, it wasn't Menezzi who got it. But either way, I mean, the mid push coming in here from the Bulls, a last ditch effort. Not even going to be committing to it fully, as it was just one player all by his lonesome. Banana control, though, they'll be contesting this one. They got the smokes, they got the util, they got the guns. Let's see if you can use them, guys. One more chance in this half to get to a 5 score line at least. Navi Jr., this is not a good map for them, but they're making it look good.
Yeah, for sure. You wouldn't know of their record on Burno if you just were watching this. It's
Losing against completely like not good competition for those that don't know.
yeah,
Gucci
but
squad, etc.
obviously, like the way Navi's winning this is not. It is probably a coach's worst nightmare. Losing opening picks almost every single round and fighting back in like 2v5s, 3v5s. It's just individual aim is coming out to play in these mid rounds as Max gets a nice double. He's even going to triple himself as he's tucked in towards the second oranges. 5 HP remains. He's going to go for a 4th, and he collects it as well. And HE sends guns flying, scattering across the field of battle as it's 30 seconds on the clock, and an AWP through the smoke will close out the half. Rafax, the man to do it. He's been opened up so many rounds. This time he'll close it down.
Yeah, very good start here for the Navi junior side. Looking very much prepared here to take this one in 2-0 fashion, the best of 3. Not even going to be seeing the third map most likely. But either way, as we can see, Rafax just farming essentially 14-7.
Yeah,
I don't
he's had a
know.
solid
I don't know
game.
how they're losing this much.
Considering as
But
well that most of those kills have been openings.
exactly. So they
Yeah.
are impact frags. He's got 14 impact frags, you know? That's just that just really tells you everything you need to know
Yeah.
about how this side went. You get the early advantage, but then you let it slip through your fingers. Like an Eminem song, you didn't capture it. You just let it slip.
Mum
Arm
spaghetti.
sweaty, mom spaghetti. Yeah, of
Yeah, the
course.
classic. Can't mention Eminem without saying mum spaghetti nowadays, so
Oh, you can say rap god. He's got some
sure.
other memes going for him.
Yeah.
As into this pistol round we go. Max, I'm not sure what he spent his money on. It must have been utility that's already been used up. So that's all the util gone for the T side, as Navi Jr. will be holding Fear on utility duty and Sinks on the kit. That's two players missing their armor. The Glock should be making quick work of them as the flash does come through for balcony and top middle taken over. Max gets a nice double. Rafa on the site as well. That's going to be the bomb down with only two Navi Junior players remaining.
Well, Navi Junior just can't play pistols on Inferno apparently. If
Mhm.
Sinix goes down here without finding anybody, that's both the pistol rounds where they haven't found a single kill.
Just, yeah, devastating. When you take into account, okay, so in the next map, guys, they're going to have 0 pistols. They're all going to die on the pistols as well without any kills. And they're going to lose the initial kill almost every single round.
Yeah.
How do you think the score looks? About a lot different than 5-10, I imagine. But hey, the Bulls, they're getting their 6th. Hopefully they're going to be able to convert as well and give us a good showing here on their T side. Looking forward to seeing if Navi Junior, they let this CT side slip toward the end. They absolutely can. But come on, with Max shooting like that, I'm sure the Bulls can give us some more action here.
I wonder if something funny.
Yes.
Back in primary school, which is like when we were, like young for in the UK. There was a
Yeah.
guy. There was a guy in my class when I first switched school, called Max, and I'd never heard that name before. And I was like, "Why is he called Max? Is that like a nickname for him because he's really quick?" And it was like just one of those things, like because I'd never heard of anybody called
Yeah, yeah,
Max
yeah,
before. I was
yeah. I
just
could.
like, is he like quick like Max Speed or something like that?
I never knew a Max either, but it is like more of a French name, I guess. Maximilian is
Yeah.
very, very common, I think.
He ended up being a pretty good friend though, so there's that. But it's just one of those things I always remember because like we sat around in a circle because like one of the schools had closed down, so yeah, there was a load of influx of new people, and yeah, we had like this circle time, talk to each other. That was fun. The
Yeah.
good old days of the youth when times were simpler and I could just worry about creating macaroni art.
Yeah. No rent to pay.
True.
But hey, if you told your younger self that you're going to be talking over Counter Strike for a living in a few
I'd
years,
say what's Counter Strike. True. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, just one a little a random anecdote. I just remembered there watching Max get 2 quick kills towards long. So yeah,
There you go. Hopefully it's the same guy,
yeah. I don't think so.
just,
I
moved
keep in
to a
contact with him.
completely
He's never
different
said anything
country, of
about.
course. Did he move to Slovakia? Did he have like
It's
a weird
just,
last name?
you know what? No, no, he didn't. No, unfortunately not. It would be a weird origin story though.
uh, I never knew any Maxis either, to be honest. But like in media, you would see sort of, people having that name,
Hmm. But obviously,
especially in
yeah,
the
this was like when I was, I don't know how old I was, 7, 8, sort of thing.
yeah.
So it's just
You
like,
wouldn't have seen that many cartoons either.
uh,
Like,
yeah, the main cartoons were probably like Tom and Jerry.
oh man, that was
Yeah,
my jam.
that was the jam.
The more talky cartoons I didn't like as a kid because I couldn't understand a lick of English, but they like
Yeah.
because I was sort of kind of not much to do right as a kid, so I had to watch a whole bunch of them, and that kind of made me develop this monstrous American accent. Not a single hint of Slav in me, I think. So you got Cartoon Network to thank for that one. As Menezzi will be going for a mid pick, nothing to find with the scout, and on second mid, I thought he had connected it, but he actually gets wiped clean. As the scout will be retrieved, of course, but the Deagles, they got a lot of work to do here for the Navi Junior side.
Yeah, it should be 7 for the Bulls. I doubt much can come from Navi Jr. Maybe a couple kills. Onker has been able to salvage the scout, so that'll get carried forward. That gives him a bit more sort of flexibility in how he's playing, obviously with the Deagle as well as a sidearm. But Navi, they're banking on B site right here. They've got 3 players over in this direction. They've left. Actually, they're rotating everybody over. Linko's
And it's
created a lot of
Linko's
space. Yeah.
Yo, and a lot of like misinformation because right now Navi Junior, they're like, well, that couldn't have been it, right? And it kind of was. The A execute should be coming in shortly as the rotate.
Oh.
Definitely not fast enough. T is already spilling out onto the bomb site from the apartments area, and that plant is looking very, very secured right about now. As the retake surely is undoable at this point. You kind of just have to go for exits. But again, the T's, they can just hide in pits. So pushing on forward, taking the initiative should be the order of the day here. There you go. In apartments, they do find one, so that's at least some economic damage
Just save
done.
the
But
AK. Yeah.
there you go. Yeah, the Bulls, they will, get the round, and Navi Junior will survive with 3. Some nice armor saved up. Not that much money in the next one, but hey, if you have this many weapons, I
Yeah.
think you can force up around it. You
Yeah.
have enough of a round lead to go for something like that, right?
Especially considering, like, obviously they're not going to have a buy up in the next round at all. They spent everything here, so they can go into that next round with a Mac 10, a Scout, an AK. Rafax just survived on 1 HP, but yes, the Mac 10, Scout, AK, as well as the Deagles that were on those secondaries, so they can get dropped over to the couple people who won't have a rifle, and it's a really solid buy all in all considering. Like, they keep 2K per player? They've got the 2 Deagle. Yeah, it's just it's a scary round this now for the Bulls to try and overcome. The main inhibiting factor for the Navi Junior side is the utility.
But also the fact that they are saving money, so they're not even expecting a round win here. Anything they can get is just gravy.
For sure.
And there you go. Anything they can get, that's something they really wanted. The opening frag finally going the way of the Russian-Ukrainian side. As now the Bulls, they'll be scared off from the banana area. Just going to be focusing toward A now. As Pogorelov, he's going to be playing up close with the Deagle. If anyone steps through that smoke, that's going to be him. Oh my! The KZ skills on that man. Air strafing out. He's going sideways. Woo! As they do get onto the bomb site, that scout looking a bit scary, but...
Yeah, I thought it was going to hit it through the smoke. Pardon my squeak. But I thought he was about to hit the shot through the smoke. I thought it was coming, but... I mean, either way, if they don't find anything else from this round, it's still 2 kills and economic damage done towards the Bulls. But I suspect
it's not even over yet.
Yeah, I suspect they'll probably be able to find one more at least here, especially now they've got a second AK salvaged.
20 seconds left and no kits, so yeah, this is going to be really tough to actually go for the win here, but kills should be going their way. It looks like they're backing off, however. The T's are going to have to be saving in pit. No, they are working their way toward long and perhaps their deaths here, but nah, the Mac 10 good for a kill. And yeah, these 2 AKs, they're just going to be saved for the next one, probably for the best. Bulls economy looking very strong here. Very bullish, if you will.
Yeah.
As Navi will be picking up the AWP on Menezzi, so the game has officially begun.
It has begun.
There you go, Rafa.
Rafa, yeah. 5 opening
Impact
kills.
frag, boy.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. Not necessarily finding many on the T side though in terms of open frags, but still, he's up there high fragging and he's just eating a nade. So munch. Wasn't a very delicious treat. No, it was probably something he'd rather do without. Probably would have chosen kale over that.
Definitely. Looking forward to having kale in my garden this year. Good amounts of kale last year. Looking
Nice.
forward to making my own as well.
We have some tomatoes.
Hell yeah. Standard.
And some
As the
little,
bulls.
like, herbs as well. But,
Oh yeah, obviously. I mean, you got to go for your basil, your
yeah.
chives.
Yeah.
The cherry tree is completely ruined right now. It's in the backyard, but it was blooming and then it started snowing here in like early April,
Yeah.
and I think that's just
We've had
ruined it
quite a bit
now.
of
But
snow.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a wild time. I think all that stuff we put in the air is kind of coming back to bite us.
Oh dear. Bulls. Their first half might come back to bite them, because despite a nice start on the T side, they're still having to try and overcome a difficult first half, and Cynix is making it
Ugh.
difficult for them to get in towards the B site, but it will eventually be removed, and with Rafax finding Onkir on the rotation, it leaves it just up towards Pogorelov, who's, just going to have a bit of a save time towards the A site, but now isn't too far away. Looking for this frag, and he might be able to find him tucked in over by the back. He's certainly seen the barrel. And there goes
There you go.
Pogorelov. So no saving for NAVI Jr., and the Bulls sit just one behind now. So that's, what, 4 in a row?
And the money is not looking good on the Navi Junior side. Sure, they have quite a bit of loss bonus here, and they can, rejigger the buy as much as they want. See Menezi, he did get the AWP, so he can definitely be good for a couple of players, especially if he goes for some kind of an opening kill kind of situation. I would count on him to get that one 9 times out of 10. But still very much on the bull side. An AWP of their own. Full buy coming in here as, okay, the opening frag does not go Navi Jr.'s way, and Banana as well in the hands of the Bulls for now. Too much utility to really contest, as now they don't know whether they should keep 3 players on B or not, but it looks like one of them will be rotating, expecting some aggression toward top mid or apartments. But for now, the Banana is just sneaking on up toward B. This may be an execute coming in quite soon, but still a smoke to hold them back, though. Oh, and a boosted player.
He's just going to have to try and play a little bit bait for his teammate here. Does have the UMP, doesn't want to go down, but does want to try and draw attention to himself. At least try and draw their attention away from that boost position there, just to spam through the smoke. But Cynix can't get anything apart from a dink. Zyred's left with just 1 HP. Axe actually tried pushing through, and they're going to boost up again over the smoke. This time, Onkir is able to find one, gets a lot of damage onto a second, but he too will fall. A 3-on-3, Zyred with 1 HP. Now with just under 40, this is certainly winnable for Navi Jr., especially
Ooh.
if they got that kill, but can't quite with long range on their UMP. The bomb not planted, 20 seconds on the clock, and the smoke's fading. Bulls, they're running out of options. They'll go
Only
for the
1
plant.
HP on Zio. Come on. He finds the headshot, and that was pivotal. That was the entire
Yeah.
round almost there.
Yeah, I'm
Fear
surprised.
really dropped the ball there with the UMP at long range, though. Should have been going for more bursty shots, kind of.
Hmm.
Hey, doesn't connect. Very difficult weapon to make work there. As are they still going for it? No, that smoke. That was just to cover his teammates' retreat.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't commit more to trying to stop that bomb plant. Just one player peeking. I don't know. Maybe it's a difficult one because you got one player over at Ruin, the other one's holding back with the AWP. Maybe you could have the Ruin player peek, but then they're in danger from Banana. And a UMP in that position is just never going to be able to duel Banana. But yeah, as you said, now with that low HP, probably should have been taken down by Thea on the UMP when he did take the fight. You know, I think he did 12 damage to now, which isn't really enough. Even when now
Not.
was low HP. So yeah, there was opportunities, and Bulls, they managed to pull themselves out of it. So 10-10 rebuy from
5
Navi
rounds in a row.
Jr. Yeah, very nice from them. And Munzi with the AWP once more. He did have it last round, but yeah, decided to save it for a more prosperous tomorrow.
Let's see who gets the opening frag here. Historically, it has been the Bulls victorious, but that was mostly on the previous half. Let's see how this whole banana situation comes along. I mean, there's a player far away, presumably lining up a flash, and meanwhile, on the A-bomb site, when as he finds the opening frag, there you go. That's the kind of a start they needed. A lone player contesting shorts, not too good, as well as the long player who did just go down. And this banana situation is kind of by the by at this point. Losing two players solo on the A site, not something you want if you're the Bulls. Just going to be leaving
Yeah.
Rafax alive. With a minute remaining on the clock, I don't think he can even save this AWP as the CTs can just encroach on his position. And I'm afraid he's only going to be good for 1 or 2 kills before he goes down. I think he's going to be hunted down for this AWP 100%.
Most likely. I mean, I'm not sure how much Navi want to commit to chasing this, especially with 40 seconds on the clock. I think once it starts to wind down a bit more, they might throw more bodies at it. But they do have Pogorelov sort of checking through T-spawn, but with the contact made towards Banana, Ornke will be able to finish that frag off. And it is 11 for Navi Jr. The score gets tied up, but Navi Jr. will now retake the lead of this game. And yeah, nice strong defense towards that banana position. The utility usage was good. It got on a kill with the HE and then a follow up on the rifle as well. But 11 on the board. That's finally a CT round. They want to build off that and keeping plenty of players alive as well. Navi Jr. I think it was that all 5 players alive. I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
So plenty of cash coming in for them. Munzi's having a bit of a b-hop through the apartments, hoping to catch a player out, but instead, nobody's going to be there. Instead, he has a pretty solid position with Pogolev covering his flank as well. And that's a good kill to find again. Navi Jr. with the opening. Munzi actually tags up Max there.
Yeah, almost with the second opening as well. That would have been just the round right there, but the tag is all he's going to be good for there. Just a little bit of a shoulder peek coming in. As Banana has been taken by the Bulls once more, and the execute looking quite likely. They still have quite a bit of grenades, but so does the Navi Junior side, right? And they have 3 players holding this B position here. So definitely something they can do. Ooh, a well-timed Molotov will be stopping Linko in his tracks there. As the push just can't continue. Too much opposition on the other side of that smoke. And there you go. You stick behind, you get your heads taken clean off by Oncare. He gets a third as well. Why not? Just showing off
4 in the round
at
in total.
this point. Yeah. That's going to be the 12th for Navi after a catastrophic 5 rounds in the beginning of the half. They do seem to be bringing it back. And even the entry kills seem to be favoring them. Well, not favoring, but they're at least competitive now. They're in the conversation.
Yeah, I mean, still Rafax is leading the charge on that one. So yeah, he's still the well, still
The
has all
entry
those
god.
stats. Yeah, so still has all those stats from the CT half. Not finding much on the T half though so far in terms of entries, but it's just pistols for the Bulls this time, and they'll be hoping they can push inwards. Big nade, big damage. A couple players down to half HP. Makes things a little bit easier for the Navi Junior side. Just means that a couple players are a little bit softer. That Molotov stops them as well. As unarmored, they will take so much damage pushing through that.
So they won't. But what else can a Glock train do, right? Pushing through despite all opposition is kind of what Glocks do, but there you go. Dying from far away is kind of another signature move as they all die without a single Navi Junior player falling. Is going to be wondrous for their economy. And if you want to have a wondrous economy, be sure to head on over to the namesake of this tournament, Loot.BET. There's some links just below that explain things a lot better than I can at this moment. Definitely worth
you get yourself some daily
out.
quests, I think. So some prizes, I think, for completing different quests, and worth checking out if you fancy yourself a bet or two. But Cynix fancies himself a kill instead. He will be the victim. Plays a victim card, and Linko takes him down.
He also plays the entry kill card, still going strong for the Bulls side. But how will this one transpire? The flash coming through and fear deleted. As, yeah, a little bit of an answer does come through, but still a man down the Navi Junior side are, and sure, Banana is in their control, but now you have another problem here. Oh, top mid aggression on Care. Finds the first, no one behind him to refrag, and the second as well. That's going to be everything he needs to do, as it's more than you could probably expect. A 1v2 situation, still not looking too good, but look at who's alive. It's your boy Menezi. Sure, he's got an AWP, but even with that, I think he can make it work on a retake scenario. Both players in pit probably not going to be expecting that, so as soon as he finds one, we'll be looking directly towards side, and that may be the end of him. But let's see how the Bull boys play this one out.
Cyclops mode for a while, Munzi. Now he gets closer. He's unscoped, but that first shot, he does fire off and misses. Second chance not going to connect either. He now knows that both players are in towards the pit. Trying to wallbang, not going to work out. And now we'll finish him off as the timer starts to fade down. So, finally the
We
Bulls...
saw the beginnings of one of like those really legendary plays there, but just nothing really connected, right? You could almost hear the Frag movie music in the background.
And my heart will never die. That's the classic.
Take me down, marry me, bury me. That's
Oh
for
god,
COD.
yeah. Jesus.
That's proper old school.
I mean, it was harrowing to listen to just then.
Yes, as it is now.
But I get what you're going for. A few rounds from Navi Junior now stunted once again by the Bulls, who don't actually have much in the way of much in the way of weaponry. As I don't have much in the way of speech.
Words
Yeah,
at this point, because Bulls, I mean, they find another entry and
there's Bulls everywhere.
The memes write themselves, right?
For sure. Making sure that gun isn't gonna get stolen away is all care. Make sure it's safely in CT control, and the Bulls with another advantage early on in the rounds. Navi Junior, they in the T half they found so many like 2v5s, 3v5s. It was unreasonable. The Bulls need to tidy that up, and now's a chance to do so. Now's a chance to close back up to this Navi Junior side.
All right. An A-take should be coming in here. A player on apartments, and so many kills going the way of Navi at top mid.
Oh, yeah.
It's not even funny at this point. Fear finds the balcony player as well, and that's going to be the round right then and there. Again, the opening kill does not go their way, but the actual execute just falls like dominoes. Too many players in one spot to really be doing anything. The Bulls push on through, but Ole go the Navi Junior side, and that's going to be the round right there. 14 for the Russian Ukrainians.
Yeah, and
Rafex,
that's another.
He's even outdoing Menezi in op kills and entry kills. And he's still like not doing enough for his team. I think we need to start a hashtag release Rafa.
Maybe.
I'm basing it off of one best of 3, but you know,
of course.
And it's their first game together, so maybe we give them more time. But hey, memes wouldn't be as fun if they made sense.
You know, you're not a fan of historical memes?
Oh, massive fan. Subscribe to the subreddit and everything. I think the appeal of most of them is to just pretend that you get the joke, but then you have to go in the comments anyway to make sure you properly understood it.
I'm a bit of a history buff myself, so don't have to generally do that. But
oh, there you go.
Yeah. A mini flex, just mid broadcast. Why not? Why not go for it?
Yeah, my cursory knowledge from just like a couple of YouTube videos is not elevated me to history buff status myself, but I do like a bit of Hearts of Iron 4. That's always good.
Oh, a classic. That teaches enough, doesn't it?
Oh, of course. And you get to see like alt history, how it would have gone otherwise, you know.
Oh yeah, of course. If I was France. Oh dear. Back into the action though, and it is Munzi once again on that AWP, the rest of the squad with those rifles. The Bulls limited weaponry here to try and deny 15 for the Navi side, as it's a couple Mac 10s, a couple Tech 9s, a single AK for now. Is he going to be able to find much of anything here? Well, Linko definitely isn't, because he's now dead, so that's one piece of the puzzle answered.
There you go.
Piece of
Opening
the pie.
frag for the junior side. And yeah, those flawless rounds kind of decided the game already, right? They set the tone for what was to come. And sure, the Bulls do answer in kind with a kill, but still not that much utility or weaponry on their end, as the CTs do outdo them in those areas.
Also, Navi
Okay,
Junior.
they do have a little bit less. Okay.
They've now won in this single map more rounds than they've ever won
Together,
on Inferno. Yeah.
On their
Out the 4
previous
games
4
they played.
matchups,
Yeah.
they did win 13 rounds altogether throughout all of them. They were all stomps against Navi Junior, but hey, the Bulls going easy on them today. Certainly not all the players like Rafax, but definitely a bit of an easier time here for Navi as opposed to previous matchups. So the B take is going on, already losing one player, and oh dear, oh my, that was a spray transfer and a half right there.
That was a
dink
spanking and a half.
gee, yeah. Just leaves Max all alone here. 1v4, going to be trying to save this Mac 10. But if Navi get to map point and all you have is a saved up Mac 10 and $50 to your name because you don't get any kind of a money like loss reward, there you go. Doesn't even want to save it. $2,400 is what he's going to be taking into the next. And Navi are finally going to do it. They're going to break the curse. Inferno probably going to be going their way now for the first ever time in history, especially with this core.
15. Might be coming 16 here with the weaponry that the Bulls have. A couple Mac 10s, a couple pistols. There's really not much to work with, and they're just going to go for a Hail Mary by the looks of things towards Banana. But based on how last round went with Cynix finding 4 frags, it's unlikely you'll find much. They do back away with the utility down from the Navi side. And now, Bulls look towards the A side. The T's starting their approach. Just noticed Max. Is he wearing a Hard Legion t-shirt in his picture? Looks like it. Either way, on kit. He's in towards the cubby and has a player pretty close to him just on the other side of the smoke. That's Linko. And surely the AK will win out in this fight. Yeah, there we go.
It should. There you go, yeah. So the opening frag goes the way of Navi Jr. yet again, as it did in the previous. Let's see if they can convert it just like they did that. Execute toward B shouldn't be that strong. 3 players ready to receive as they push through the smoke and into a bunch of enemy bullets there. Fear, Menezi, and Cynix all just chiming in here as the best of 3 comes to a close. Navi Jr. on the 16th point, and that is going to be a speedy 2-0 coming in here